Hey guys, Artosis here, bringing you game number 2 in this best of 3 show match between Scan and a Zerg that I don't really know too much about. He didn't get to show off too much of his skill, I think, in that previous game, but it is Sobenz8. So, obviously, Scan did that damage early on, and Sobenz had a tough time. Like, I think his choices weren't bad afterwards. But in that situation, if Terran gets enough turrets up and defends, you have a very slim chance of victory. And, you know, I think he did a good job at the natural and everything. But, yeah, it was a tough situation. And that can happen, you know, when someone gets ahead at this level so early on. But now we're on Eclipse. A 2-player map is a bit smaller. And we'll see how that plays out. Looks like Scan is probably just going to go ahead and wall in here. There it is. Wall going up, and as far as Sobenz goes, we will keep an eye and see the timing of that spawning pool. There's already an Overlord on the way, so kind of expecting a hatchery first play, which would make sense anyways. I think Zergling Rushes are actually pretty weak on Eclipse because both naturals have pretty decent walls for Terran, and I would say I think Terran's probably wall on this map, Terran versus Zerg, like at the pro level, probably 80% of the time. So probably not something that you want to play against. Now, looks like this is actually very likely going to be a command center first. And since it's a hatchery first, he's going to 100% get away with it. So, I mean, kudos to Scan there. Surprising, though, because if his opponent goes for a fast pool, this becomes very, very dangerous. Where you're probably going to end up dying. But it's not a pool first, so everything's all good, and that means that we are going to have a slight advantage here for Scan. Throws down that command center now. Going to go ahead and make the barracks and a second depot ASAP. Get everything going for himself. And Sobenz looks like he just has a pretty normal gas timing here going for his next base. Or the next part of his tech after this base, right? Like going up into a 2-hatchery Mutalisk, most likely. You know, he could do something cheesy, like try to go into Lurkers or something. And maybe because he sees Command Center first, it's slightly more likely that he plays a cheesy game. I know a lot of Zergs get frustrated from playing against Command Center first, since Terran can kind of do everything with Command Center first. If they get away with it, they can get quick upgrades, they can get a lot of units. It's a very nice situation. Wow, that's some crazy SCV micro. The drone outdoing him a little bit still, though. Oh, nice one. I feel like I'm watching a joust right now, like a very strange joust. We used to do that, actually, SCV jousting. When you would observe in the old days, not every map had, like, observer functions. You'd have to actually have special use maps. Oh, my God, he got it. And you'd send your SCVs in the middle for a joust, and, you know, all the observers, and have them kill each other. It was like a little test of micro. Anyways, he does kill off that drone, so that's kind of frustrating, I would say, for Sobenz. I'm surprised that he kept it down there that long, but it was almost like a challenge, you know? It was like he had to show his manliness or something by staying there and fighting the SCV. It was clearly a declaration of a micro challenge there from Scan. You normally don't see Terrans try to do that with the SCV, even though it has more health. The range of the drone and probe are better. So, like, you can see it here, right, where the drone gets some extra hits, but Scan's micro is super fast. Like, very, very good clicking there. Puts some decent damage onto the drone. Does have that little bit of a buffer as far as his extra health goes as well. Now, the Spire gets started here right at 4 minutes flat. Oh, it's actually a Goliath build coming out of Scan here. I hadn't noticed. I was actually so busy talking about SCV battles, but, yeah, just the fact that it is, in fact, a Goliath build, like, I mean, it's not something that you see as often, especially from someone like Scan, who's extremely good at SK Terran styles, and SK Terran's considered quite good on this map. I don't think Goliath build is necessarily bad or anything, but, yeah, it's just a little bit less common, so kind of cool to see here out of Scan. You know, he's someone I watch more of his games than most players, and just haven't seen it too much. Anyways, the third hatchery is in the main base here of Sobenz. Spire going to be finishing relatively soon. Armory coming up. And, of course, he's going to have to get that eBay started now as well. There it is. More Marines still being made. Now, the Marines being made, there's a couple cool and funny things about this, right? Like, there's an Overlord here, so you want to show Marines. Because he doesn't actually... Well, he knows because of the Vulture, but pre-Vulture, you don't actually know. And, in fact, I think the Vulture may have slipped out when the Marines push the Overlord over to the side. But, yeah, in situations like this, you actually start getting decent damage. Look, he's already got a drone. He might even get a second. Oh, he gets a second. Is he going to get a third? Oh, sick targeting. Okay, so he gets 3 drone kills before the Vulture goes down, which is huge, plus the lost mining time. So 2 really big factors here. Third gas is already up. Armory up. In fact, 2 armories. I think that was probably a mistake. Although I have seen 2 armory builds before. I'd be surprised if that was purposeful. I think he was just microing during the time. But already 3 factories up before the mutas get over here. That's pretty amazing here for Scan. And that's... You know, if you go for a barracks expansion, you can only afford 2 before 2 Hatch Mutalisks gets there. Here, you notice with that command center first, he's got tons of turrets. He's got 3 factories up. Has to be feeling good right now. Now, the Marines are going to add some good DPS to this army. The mutas can't really jump on top of the Goliaths as easily, right? If it's only 2 Goliaths, the mutas could fly in and kill them. But with those Marines there, that is a lot more damage output. And the Marines don't scale well in this situation either. So, very useful in that regard. All right, more mutas are being sent down. Pair Scourge being made as well. Oh, God, he actually dives right on the turret. I'm very surprised. With 3 Factory Goliath, I can't see this actually working. The Marines have added so much damage here as well, and a lot go down. Oh, God. This is a terrible situation for Sobenz. I think a lot has gone wrong from this game. He is making a lot of Zerglings and mutas, so he's definitely going to keep this aggression up. I think he's going to go for, like, a very all-in style, right? He's only on 20 drones against 40 SCVs. He's been diving in already. Oh, he just GG's. Okay, Scan wins 2-0.